Hello, good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to day 13 of this conscious conception journey. And these are the sessions where we discuss something which is about your conception journey, about your motherhood journey, and we really go deep down to the different aspects of this and how your mind body soul alignment is really important when you are on this journey of conception. And today we are going to talk something um, related to diet, like what is something about that fertility diet, and definitely the real fertility diet that goes beyond food, and what exactly we should be knowing about it, because there are many people they talk about diet when you are on this journey, and there are different misconception about this concept of diet. And basically people just talk about what you should eat, what you should not eat, but no one talks about what exactly is mindful eating, why food is very much important, what is it is just I mean, food is not just like that fuel which is giving to our body, but how that is also fuel to our mind, and how we can have explored different options of this diet, which is not just only right food to be chosen, but it is also about the right quantity whenever you are taking your timings. That is also important. So now, as we understand, very important I mean, what I can say, part of this journey of conception is our body. So there are three things: mind, body, soul. They should get aligned. Now in this week, last week, most of the time, for last almost 7 to 8 sessions, we were understanding about importance of the mindset and mind. So few sessions we would be focusing on our body. So now, what is the fuel for the body? It's about food. And we understand it is not just about organs and muscles and blood, it is about those energy center which are located in our organ system. And the food is also creating energy that is reaching to this organ system. So this is very important to understand that it is like we do not just eat to fill up our stomach in this journey, this eating which will create certain energies, and you are preparing your body for future soul. So you are preparing your body for nurturing of one more life. Now, it is also important while you are eating, what are your emotions? Whether you are eating with love or gratitude, or you are eating with stress, what are other factors that will also be important. It is not just what exactly you are eating, or not just what exact quantities you are eating. It is not about calorie and nutrients. It is also about the energies, vibrations, and intentions. And that's why this is unique journey where we are blending everything. Now, as we really understand that food gives us nourishment, and there are many components of the nutrients which should be involved in our diet. Now, very importantly, the basic principles of diet are right choice of the food. At the same time, portion control meals is really important, and right timing is also important. Now, the diet should be such that whichever diet you would be able to follow for next 15 years is the correct diet that you should be following. Because if you are trying to follow so many fancy diets, or you're just trying one, living it, trying another one, and many different varieties, and if it is very stressful for you to follow, or stressful for you to plan that diet, if it is not able to match up, gel up with your schedule, then that diet is really not useful. Very simple principle, especially if you are on this journey and having certain issues like hormonal imbalances, overweight, insulin resistance, or PCOD. Definitely, what helps is the right timing. What are those timings? So generally, 2 meal strategy, where it is like popularly known as intermittent fasting, which you can follow. And what is required for this is your dedication and maybe community support, where you will be able to follow that long term. Because whenever you are following like 2 meal strategies or 3 meal strategies with intermittent fasting, your insulin spikes are less, and which is helping you to reduce insulin resistance. Also, there is reversal of type 2 diabetes, if in certain extent. Also, hormonal balances will be normalized, and it helps you to have your weight loss as well. Now, there are very important parameters, there are very important nutrient or factors to be considered while you are focusing on your diet. As I told you, one is about timings, which is really, really important. And second is about portion control diet. That is also very important. And then comes about right ingredient. Basic principles are good hydration, 3 liters of water or liquids, that is really important. And then comes about high protein content and less carbohydrate. And where we when we talk about proteins, we really avoid any processed supplements. It is very important which is coming from the farm to you directly. That is really advisable. Now, in the proteins, we have the pulses, we have sprouts, we have paneer, then chicken, egg, all these things. Then also, importantly, so every day at least 2 meals should be containing protein. These are the simple basic principles. Less complex carbohydrates, refined sugars to be avoided, canned food, packed food, preserved foods, aerated drinks, all to be avoided. And then you can have bajri or jwari roti sometimes instead of wheat roti. That is also fine. Excessive rice to be avoided. Yes, brown rice is advisable, but it's more or less similar. Excessive rice to be avoided. And now another thing is focus should be on salads and fruits, because fresh fruits and vegetables give us antioxidant. Antioxidants are helpful to fight free radicals, and it will improve the egg and the sperm quality as well. And then the smaller nutrients comes like vitamins and minerals, folate, which will help us to give good egg quality. The healthy fats are good, like for example, in avocado, that also contains omega 3 fatty acids, which will help to restore the hormonal balance. So these are minor things to be focused while you are going or focusing on the diet. Now, another thing, as we are talking about, it is something deeper. It is not just knowing this biological thing. So what exactly we should be knowing about it? That it is not just their chemicals. These food, sorry, they are working energetically as well. That's what I was telling, when you are eating with love and gratitude, it will digest differently and it will generate those pure energies. And if you are eating with stress, rush, guilt, those kind of energies will be passed on to your organ, and it is actually proven. And that's why when we say, even use words also very carefully. Like, for example, I'll give you example, like whenever you are on a diet, you keep on saying, okay, so I have followed the diet for say 6 days, and now one day I will be having my cheat meal. And then you keep on worrying, you keep on feeling guilty while eating that. Oh my god, will it again affect my weight and all my hard work? Whether it will be all my hard work will be gone. Is it like that? No. So if you give right word that yes, I have, given myself 1 week, and that is totally with the hard work. I have followed everything, and now I'm giving this treat meal to myself. So rather than saying it as a cheat meal, please say it as a treat meal and see the difference. You will be so happy eating it, and you will be acknowledging your efforts. And that is like, instead of self criticism, you are maintaining your self esteem, self worth, and which will definitely help you to give good energies, and that food will not at all be harmful. But yes, while choosing this cheat meals, generally they should be again in the portion control format. Usually these meals should be in the afternoon times rather than in the evening times. You can just have the physical activity after the meals, especially every after meal. If you can have like half an hour to 40 minutes walk, that is also fine. Normal walk, not the brisk walk, some physical activity. And that's why it is said that even dinner time, if you can have it early, that would really help. So these are certain very simple basic things. Now while people, they are going through the journeys of fertility journeys, IVF journeys, it is really really important to work on these things, because food has energy, and of course it has that power to carry life, and that is important. So give a right energy to the food. And that's why you would have heard of something called as emotional eating versus mindful eating. Now what happens is, many of us have that habit of eating while you are feeling like negative. For example, say you are feeling fearful, you are feeling anxious, you are feeling empty, or you are stressed out, and they just keep on eating junk foods, and generally aerated foods or sugary foods, which will give you sudden dopamine surge in your brain. And what happens is that, because of which, again it will generate the craving of the similar foods. And now what happens is, so that is not really right, because you keep on craving, you keep on indulging into negative emotions, and that is not at all helping your mind or body, and that is something emotional eating. Now what happens while you are going through fertility? Of course there are stress hormones which are on rise, and that is also interfering with your absorption process. The digestion goes slow while your stress hormones are high, and definitely the body that time cannot absorb right nutrients, because it doesn't get that. It in this stressed situation, nutrients will not get absorbed. But now what is mindful eating? Mindful eating means you are present in that moment. You give lot of gratitude, lot of love, you create positive emotions. As I told you, give right energies, right word to the food, and slowly you are having normal, or I can say deep breathing while you are eating, enjoying each what I can say, each part of the meal. And that time what is happening is, your stress hormones are less, your parasympathetic system is more activated, and of course that will activate your digestion the most, and body will be effectively able to absorb these nutrients, because that time the blood flow to the reproductive organs are also enhanced. In the stress, all that blood flow is directed towards the vital organs. That is the difference. So now whenever you will be in this um, what exactly you eat, that matters, that we agree. But how you eat, that matters even more. So always remember, always ask yourself whether I am you know eating just emotionally, or really I am mindful, present in this most present in this moment. Okay, now just think, last time whenever you had a food today, just take an example of today. So whether you were just paying attention, sitting in that moment, having food, or you are talking on phone or replying someone or watching something or scrolling down on Instagram. So what it was, just think, when was that last moment where you had given that actual time to food and you were just focusing on food and creating right emotions, creating right energies? This is a simple thing, but just reflect when we had done this last time. Okay, so just think of eating same meal with slow silence, calmness, sitting like with a intention, blessing it, and then you will see the difference. How the energies of your mind, because food is also medicine, which has healing power, but the right healing energies should be created, and you are the only one who will be able to create that energy. So let's now come to our practical ritual that we always, discuss in these episodes. Now, so the what is practical ritual for today is mindful eating ritual for fertility. Means what? So it is a simple but very profound, powerful ritual, and you can take it as your fertility nourishment ritual. Now, what to do? Choose any one fresh fruit or some fresh vegetable. Okay. Now that is something like with colorful, and you like it, and it is full of natural energy. Now, before eating, you just have to hold that on your palm. Just close your eyes for few seconds, okay? And just say, I bless this food to nourish my womb and my baby to be. So you're just giving, talking and right energies. As I told you, power of words. I have told you so many examples of power of words. So you just have to bless your food. Just feel the gratitude. Okay. I mean, just be grateful to Mother Earth, Sun, then water that has created it. Just show the gratitude and then slowly eat. Test each bite. Just feel it becoming a part of your system with right energies. And just visualize that all the nutrients are, getting absorbed into your body through the bloodstream. It is getting, reaching to every cell of your body. And it is now ready to create the dream you want. So it's just a simple act. Hardly it takes 2 to 3 minutes. But it is like, bridging the gap between you and your future child, because it is creating that energy. And try creating such a positive energies and environment with every small thing we do throughout the day. And that is the real key of, real key of success in this journey, I would say. So just remember that every bite you take is the energy. So it is your choice whether you are giving the energy to stress, rush, fear, or you are giving energy of love, gratitude, and calmness. Okay. So from today, keep that intention that you will be following this fertility nourishment ritual where you will be just giving right energy to the food before you eat, and then you take the food, and definitely you will notice the difference. You will notice the energies, the freshness you feel. And now it's a time to wait here. In the next episode, we will be focusing on what is the importance of breathing and movement, so that it will have impact, right impact on our reproductive organs. Until that time, follow these rituals. Check out the book link in my description, and definitely you will enjoy this journey, and let me know how do you feel. And with this, we will wait here. I'll see you in our next episode. Bye bye.